Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So today I have a review, a first impression, a trial on the new all night long foundation stick and primer and concealer. This is by Barry M. This recently just came out, and I just had to try it. I mean, the fast-based foundation sticks by Makeup Revolution are flying off the shelves. Like, I can't even do my task because everyone wants to get color match to it, and it's amazing because they literally just fly. No matter what shades I put in there, all of them are just selling out so quickly, and it's amazing. So obviously Barry M have jumped on the wave. I know L'Oreal already have their foundation sticks, Revlon have their foundation sticks, who else? Now that Makeup Revolution have theirs, everyone I feel like are really trying to push their own now. So I wanted to try this out in particular because it's basically a range. So you have the primer, the foundation, and then the concealer. So the shades that I bought, they're all in number 2, funnily. This is number 2, Anti-Redness. This is their foundation, primer stick. Then number 2 of the foundation stick in medium coverage is 2 Cashew, and then the all night long full coverage concealer in number 2 Oatmeal. Now it was either number 1 or number 2. Obviously it doesn't sound like it would make sense getting 2 and 2. They are completely different shades though, because number 1, which is Milk, in this concealer shade is too light. It's too light, so this is the one that works for me. And then this is the yellow undertone. Number 1 for this one was more of a pink, a really light pink undertone. This is the only light yellow undertone. And this one, of course, Redness, because as you can see, I feel like my face is the epitome of redness. Like, my face is so red that sometimes I just give up on the redness stuff and I just say forget it and let me just go with a medium coverage foundation, which usually works for me. But I'll try this out, see how this is. I feel like it has more of a silicone effect, so it's going to be more pore refining, it's going to be more smoothing. So we'll see how it goes with the added green effect to it. So I'm going to try all these out and I'm going to see how it works on my skin. Okay, so my face is already moisturized, so I'm gonna go in with the foundation, the primer stick. I keep getting those mixed up. The primer stick, but the primer stick, it says blur skin imperfections with this soft focus effect primer that will reduce redness while ensuring your makeup looks better and lasts even longer. Oil free and paraben free. Use on clean skin before applying foundation, and it's vegan as well. Alright, the primer stick and the foundation stick are both $6.99 and the concealer is £4.49. Right, so I'm going to go the places that I usually go when I apply primer, which is usually the T-zone, and then I'm going to add in the extra places where I feel I'm the most red, which is practically all over my face. But I'm going to go here, so in my pore areas first, my nose, my forehead, chin. Let me blend that out first just to see how it blends out. And I like to use my fingers. It does leave a slight green tint, but I'm not sure if it's strong enough to really cover up my redness. I got terrible redness. Alright, now I'm gonna go with the rest of my face because basically, yeah, again, I'm red almost everywhere. Okay, I think that's enough primer. I don't usually put that much primer around my face, so it's really weird for me. Alright, now I've got my whole face basically primed. I'm going to go in with the foundation stick in 2 Cashew. And the thing is, when I was actually testing these out, before they were actually put onto the stands, they were so rough and hard to drag across my skin. Like, I tried to, you know, swipe it across my skin, but it was like really tough. It was like almost dragging chalk down your skin. It was so odd. But obviously now they're in the stands and the stands have lights in them, I feel like the lights might have almost melted it a little bit, so when I was trying it out at the stand it felt much better, much smoother. So I don't know if it needs heat before, but that's how I felt it in the beginning. On the back it says the smooth creamy formulation is easy to blend and feels lightweight on the skin, paraben free and with vitamin E to moisturize. The stick can be also used to contour or highlight, vegan. Now my problem with sticks usually is that you can't blend them out with sponges unless you literally drag the sponge across your face. So I mean, I have my sponge right next to me, but I just want to see how it applies first. Okay, so it's creamy, at least. The tester that I tried was rough as hell. I'm going to try with 4. I'm going to use a sponge because that's what I usually use. That's my main, you know, place, my main tool. So, see how it blends out. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's not working. So, I'm going to have to use my fingers, because they're much more of a thicker consistency, and the thing is I hate using my fingers, especially with foundation sticks, because I feel like they leave such a odd or such a bad texture. I really don't like using my fingers. Oh, that looks horrible. Hold on a second. Yeah. It's just like, it's like one of those sticks I've already used. It's like the Revlon stick and the Mystee stick. They're just one of those consistencies that don't really blend with a sponge. Let me try a brush. Okay, instead I'm going to use a stippling brush. We'll see how this is the larger stippling brush. My smaller one's a bit dirty at the moment, but let me just try it out, because it's a lot more of a thicker consistency compared to the Makeup Revolution one, which was a lot more creamy. Yeah, this is not for me. I can already tell this is really not for me. The way it's looking on my skin looks disgusting. And I don't even mean to sound like that. It just does not look good. I think maybe I was giving it such a high expectation because of the Makeup Revolution one. It's really like, it's changed the whole foundation stick game for me, because it just doesn't look like this on the skin and it blends out with a sponge easily. Yeah, this is why I don't really like foundation sticks, because the way it looks on my skin once it's blended out just doesn't look cute. And my redness sticks out even more because it's clinging onto the dry areas around it. So basically that green primer, it just flopped for the green primer. I like Barry M products as well. I really like their products. I like their nail polishes, their eyeshadows, their highlighter drops. Like, they're amazing, but yeah, this is not, it's just not working for my skin, unfortunately. I really don't like the way it's looking. I really don't. To use a sponge, you literally have to drag it on your nose. Do you know what? I'm just going to do half a face because I'm supposed to go out after I record, but I don't think I'm going to go out in this. So I'm just going to do half a face because I'm not enjoying this foundation at all. It's not my thing. The way my forehead is looking right now, it's looking like when you mix flour in water and you get that paste and it looks almost lumpy, but it's like it's just clinging to really dry areas on my face, and I'm not usually dry in those areas, so it's just clinging to certain places on my face and it's not looking nice at all. It's just looking really dry. But I'm still going to test out the concealer for you. Basically, this side of my face is practically done, despite the fact that it looks really, really, really bad. If I zoom in for you, now do you see what I mean? Especially on my forehead, it just doesn't look nice. It just looks dry. I just don't think it's creamy enough, and I've got combination skin. Actually, I've got oily skin. I'm not even dry anymore, but it's just clinging to areas on my face and it just doesn't look nice. So anyway, I'm not gonna wear this. I'm gonna take this off after I finish recording. But I am gonna try out the All Night Long Full Coverage Concealer. I'm just gonna put it under this eye just to show you what it looks like. For this eye, it's more of a pink undertone, which is the undertone that I go for. So let me blend that out with a sponge. I'm sure I'll like this anyway, because when I was blending it out on my hand, it had a really nice look to it. Like, either way, I know I'm going to enjoy the concealer. I think it's... you could almost dupe it to possibly NARS actually, but theirs is like Radiant Creamy. This is more of a full coverage concealer. So let me just put one more just to see how it layers up. Like that. See, I like that. I think it looks really nice. Let me just set it, just so you can see what it looks like when it's set. See, I think that's perfectly fine. It's a liquidy texture, so it blends out nicely. And I'm probably going to end up using this. What I use at the moment, I actually use the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution. But the thing is, I've been mixing my foundations to make them a little bit darker. So I actually use my Maybelline Eraser Eye in Light. But my main one is basically this one. So when I feel like I'm not going to go a bit darker, I'll probably end up using these two. Out of these two, I like them both. This is ridiculously full coverage. So I see where they're coming in with the full coverage stuff, because this is crazy full coverage, the Makeup Revolution one, and it like covers up everything. So yeah, I'm just going to stop there because I really, yeah, again, I'm supposed to go out and I don't really want to go out looking like this. This looks so bad. But the concealer itself, I think, gives off a really nice, coverage. It's light, so it works for my skin tone. They only have, I believe, 6 shades, but it does vary from like light, medium to dark. So they do have a variety. Not much, but a variety. The foundation, not for me at all. I'm not going to be using that. I'm just going to be putting that in my foundation drawer, and then I'm just going to keep that back in there. Yeah, if I was to go towards a foundation stick, I'd go towards a Makeup Revolution one. And I'm not just, you know, gassing them up or bigging them up or anything. I genuinely think that's the only foundation stick that's ever worked for me. So that's that for me. The primer, it's a shame that I couldn't really test this out properly. Do you know what? Let me just do something quick. Let me quickly put F2 by Makeup Revolution over it on this side. Just to show you what I'm talking about. This stuff is creamy as hell. Regardless, this foundation is hecka full coverage, so even if I did have redness, it'd cover that stuff up, no problem. And I'm actually F6, this is F2, but I've realised I'm actually F6, which is really odd, but that is how it is. And as you can see, those 4 lines that I just drew on my face, yeah, non-existent, gone, just with a sponge. And just like that, covered and concealed. Boom. Well, I mean, to be honest, like, the primer's nice, but I'd find green primers don't work for me regardless, so... well, yeah, that's... I don't know. That's just how it works for me. I think it just depends on how strong the green is. I actually use the Barry M colour corrector in green for my spots. So if I have a really, really bad spot, I will put a little bit of green colour corrector on it. and that just covers it up. Like, I do like Barry M products, but it's just I find certain things to be so forced. Like, if you're gonna follow a trend and follow something that's popular, I'm not saying that they're not putting their all into it, but I just keep comparing it back to Makeup Revolution, because Makeup Revolution release things like this and their products are perfect. Like, they're so good, despite how quick they throw things out and how quick they follow those trends. Like, their products step it up, and they actually are something that you can use, and it actually works. You get what I mean? But I don't want to slate these products, but they just don't work for me. They might work for someone else, maybe someone with really oily skin, or someone with less redness, less texture like me. But for me personally, the foundation stick and the primer stick just don't work. I like the concealer conceals, it does its job, that's good for me. I will use it. I like this concealer. Full coverage is cool. I still think the Conceal and Define by Makeup Revolution is a lot more pigmented, but for the price you're paying, again, for the Barry M stuff, you'd expect it to be a little bit more, you know, out there. And the thing is, it's funny because both the brands are both vegan, so, you know, if you did want a vegan brand that actually like performs a little bit better, I'd probably go towards Makeup Revolution. But overall, the sticks didn't work for me, but the concealer I think looks really nice. It's not creasing. I don't really crease that much anyway, but I think it's a nice concealer. I wouldn't say extremely full coverage, but it's about a medium to full coverage. So yeah, that's pretty much like my review, my first impression on it. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. I don't usually cut products in half and like stop doing it from half of my face. I usually do my whole face, but it just doesn't look good. And I can see this side looks so much better. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, anything, if you want me to do like, you know, battles, I've practically done a battle already. You can see this is the Makeup Revolution side, this is the Barry M side. I can see the redness on this side, I don't see redness on this side. So I mean, I think that's it for me. But if, again, anything, let me know. I always read comments, I always reply back to comments. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share and comment. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.